Order in the court. The court is now in session. We are here to hear the case of the state against Clara. First, I will give the floor to the civil party. Miss Ali, do you wish to make a statement or present any evidence to the court?
Your Honor, I would like to stress that I'm here to seek the truth and that I want justice for the tragic death of my wife. I hope that the court will examine the evidence carefully and make the best decision.
We appreciate Miss Ali's statement. We believe that the evidence we will present will shed on the circumstance of this case.
We are also determined to ensure that the truth is revealed and justice is done for Mrs. Ali and her family.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I would like you to remind that my client, Clara, is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Okay, so the prosecution's comments should not prejudge the outcome of the trial. Thank you.
You are particularly right, Miss Ali, as always. In fact, the presumption of innocence should be respected. Behave yourself, Mr. Hussein, or I'll have you disbarred. Those defenses suit you, Miss Ali?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Have I told you your dress suits you like a glove?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, may we continue?
Yes, that's right. Go ahead, Mr. Hussein. And the witness is called to the stand.
Mrs. Sarah,
Yeah.
you live with the defendant.
Yeah.
Could you tell us what you saw that day?
Of course, I was in a room below the victim, quietly watching television. You know, I love les 12 coups de midi. Oh, Jean-Luc Reichmann, what a man, what a charm, what a smile.
Please concentrate. Did you see the defendant impale the victim?
Impale? Oh no, please, she barely touched her.
Do you realize that the victim died as a result?
Oh really? How about that?
Have you lost your mind?
I only lost my mind at the sight of my Jean-Luc.
No further question, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ori, honey, the witness is yours.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Mrs. Sarah, can you tell us if the victim had any special habits when watching Les 12 coups de midi?
Yes, she was very passionate about the game. She watched the show every day for a year. She screamed at the TV all the time, but never managed to give a correct answer.
Okay, so how did Clara react to these incorrect answers?
Oh, you know, Clara is as cool as a cucumber. She was very, very patient. But the last wrong answer, you know, about Harry Potter, sent her over the edge. That's because I couldn't find a second bro, or I had impaled her too.
Okay, Your Honor. Your Honor. I'd like to point out that for a year, Clara has been under continuous stress, okay? And that the last wrong answer given by the victim was the straw that broke the camel's back, okay? But can we blame Clara? We don't know, but I don't think so. Getting a Harry Potter question wrong. What a shame.
Your Honor, this is unacceptable.
Calm down, Mr. Hussein, or I'll get you in jail.
I want to say to the victim, you should be ashamed of yourself for marrying such a woman.
Oh my God.
Well, all right, let's get on with it. The doctor, concierge, doctor? Okay, doctor and concierge, please, to the stand.
Miss Olga, as a forensic pathologist, you examined the victim. Can you tell us what the cause of death was?
Yes, for sure. The victim was impaled. She was sitting on the sofa watching TV when a broom just piercing the ceiling, the sofa, and the victim. That's terrible. Terrible. I think I don't need to draw you a picture. And that wasn't the most glamorous autopsy of my life. Horrible.
Thank you for this lovely clarification.
Okay, Miss Olga, please, as a building concierge, do you know which broom my client, Clara, would have used to defend herself?
Yes, it was my broom, a very strong broom with metal tip. The better broom in the world. But yes, it could easily piercing impale someone.
Yeah. And how did Clara come to own this broom?
Seeing poor Clara racing away with her terrible neighbor, I gave her my broom because I think that we need to be in peace without this terrible neighbor. And I wanted to have more work. I want money.
Okay, you really are a good woman, the concierge we all dream of. I finished questioning this modern heroine, Your Honor.
The victim, please come to the stand.
Mrs. Ali, I understand how difficult this case is for you, and I would like to thank you for being here today. Could you tell us how your wife behaved when she watched Les 12 coups de midi over the past year?
My wife was usually calm and jovial, but her personality can change radically when she watched this show. She would become extremely frustrated and angry, especially when she gave the wrong answer to question. She could throw things, she'd shout insults, and it worried me a lot.
Do you agree with me that your wife's behavior did not justify the accused impaling her? A wrong answer about Harry Potter should not be punishable by death.
It's true that the answer was extremely simple. What's Harry Potter's name? Excuse me. But it makes you wonder if my wife wasn't a bit retarded. But was that a reason to kill her? I don't know. All I know is that she was paying most of the rent.
I think we have heard enough. I don't have any more questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Mrs. Ali, do you think your wife's behavior could have posed a threat to herself or others?
I fear that one day it might degenerate into something more serious. She had become unpredictable, and I didn't know how to deal with it.
Okay, so would you say that my client's act was in the public interest?
You can look at it like that, but for me, all I can see is my future hands of most difficulties.
Yes. It's not going to be easy.
Thank you. The impeller in the stand.
Mrs. Clara, we are here to find out what happened that day. Could you tell us about your relationship with the victim?
Yeah, of course, Mr. Essen. The victim was my neighbor upstairs, and we used to watch the program for over a year. And every single day, I heard her shooting a wrong answer. Her behavior was becoming more and more unbearable.
You say that the victim correct answer were unbearable. Could you explain what happened on the day the broom penetrated the ceiling and killed the victim?
Yeah, that day, the victim once again gave a wrong answer about the Harry Potter saga. It was it for me. I couldn't stand any longer this mediocrity. So, I take the broom the concierge gave me and pierce the ceiling to impact the neighbor. And I regret nothing. It was a relief.
Do you think...
Please.
Thank you. Do you think that this reaction was proportionate to the situation?
You bet! I'd like to see you there. I support this mediocre neighbor for over a year. I don't know what miracle keep me waiting so long.
I still don't think that justified the murder.
Mr. Essen, we're not asking you to think. Stick to the facts, please.
Yes, darling. Well said.
Yeah, no. Okay, Miss Clara, you say you have no regrets. Okay? Do you think your reaction was justified given the frustration you felt at the victim's incorrect answers?
Absolutely! It was a natural reaction to an unbearable series of mistakes. I did it to put an end to the nightmare. And I am very proud of my actions.
And me, I'm proud of you.
Oh, I love you.
Okay.
Well, you can go to sit. That's enough. Okay.
Oh, you're jealous.
Okay. So now the lawyers can plead, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today we have witnessed a tragic event. The victim, a person who was simply trying to have fun watching a television program, lost her life in a horrible way. We have heard the testimony of the defendant Clara, who confessed without any remorse that she killed the victim out of frustration over incorrect answer in a game show. This murder is inexcusable, and the defendant showed no sign of regret. We must do justice to the victim and her family. I implore the court to consider the gravity of this act and to deliver a verdict that reflects the horror of this crime.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have witnessed a heart-rending trial. My client, Clara, love you, has been wrongly accused of killing a neighbor. But make no mistake, this was nothing more than an act of self-defense. Clara acted because she was pushed to the limit by constant provocations. She shows no remorse, quite simply because her action was the only response to the vile behavior of this unbearable neighbor. Here, you need to take into account the complex situation she found herself in. Clara didn't kill her neighbor. No, she defended herself against her incompetence. Yeah. After all, Harry Potter is sacred. Yeah. Look at my client.
Thank you, Harry Beauty. You're welcome. Before I hand over to the prosecutor, Clara, would you like to add anything?
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien.
What an organ! Congratulations!
This farce has gone on far too long. I am deeply outraged by the way this trial has turned out. It is unthinkable that self-defense could be accepted in this case. We have witnessed an inexcusable act of violence, a brutal murder that took the life of an innocent person. The victim lost her life in a shocking manner, and this cannot be ignored. The victim deserves justice, her family justice, and her justice system must deliver a verdict that reflects the gravity of this crime. Don't be fooled by the defendant, Clara, who shows no remorse. She brags about her action and says she acted for the public good. This woman is simply made as her hater. And I won't comment on the psychological state of a lawyer who seems to be just as mad as she is. I implore you to do the right thing. Clara committed a brutal murder, and we cannot let this go unpunished. How dirty is to give the victim the justice she deserves. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I implore you to return a verdict that condemns Clara severely, so that this tragedy is not minimized. I propose decapitation in the public square. What do you think? If need be, I hold the axe.
Madam the prosecutor, and please do not pronounce another word, or I'll have you beheaded. Thank you. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this has been an unusual trial, to say the least. The case before us is most unusual. Your task is to deliver a fair and just verdict in this case. You have heard the arguments of both the prosecution and the defense, as well as the evidence presented. The situation is complex, and it is our duty to take all the circumstances into account. I must confess that I am an unconditional fan of Les Douze Coups de Midi, and I fully understand the exasperation Clara may have felt at her neighbor's constant nullity. I wish I could say I would have done the same. What a courage! Sincerely. And bravo to you, little broom, for your heroic dedication. A real Nimbus 2000. Is it really necessary for Clara to be condemned when she only acted in self-defense? Of course not. No, don't waste the jury's time, Clara. You're off the hook. Congratulations, and thank you for everything. Miss Hori, how about a bite to eat?
Oh, sorry, I'm going to the pool right now.
Oh, I can go too. I like pool.
Let's go to the pool!
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to the pool.
Yeah! Let's go! Woo! Let's go to the pool! Let's go to the pool! Woo! 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 Woo!
Well, let's go to the pool.
À la fin, il y a eu du mix.